Roxy, a 4-year-old English Mastiff, found herself in a heartbreaking situation that has garnered significant attention. This lovable dog was discovered in a flea-ridden state, tied to a light pole with a short leash and accompanied by a food bowl. Her plight was noticed by Ray Quinones, a Garden City sanitation worker who heard her yelping early in the morning. A local community was quick to show compassion to Roxy. When Ray Quinones stumbled upon Roxy, his heart went out to her immediately. Despite the early hour, he acted swiftly to ensure her safety. Quinones found a note indicating that Roxy had been fed and given a flea bath, suggesting that her abandonment was somewhat recent. The sight of the forlorn dog tugged at his heartstrings, prompting him to contact the local authorities for assistance. Ray's call was answered by a state trooper who promptly arrived at the scene. The trooper took Roxy to the town of Hempstead Animal Shelter in Wana, where she could receive the care and attention she desperately needed. The shelter staff was relieved to find that despite her ordeal, Roxy was in good health. Her resilience and gentle nature quickly won over the hearts of everyone at the shelter. The community's response to Roxy's story has been overwhelmingly positive. News of her abandonment and subsequent rescue spread quickly, leading to an outpouring of support from people not only in Hempstead, but across the United States. There's been no shortage of people wanting to adopt Roxy, hoping to provide her with the loving home she deserves. The animal shelter is hopeful that Roxy will soon find a family who can offer her the care and affection she needs. While Roxy's future looks promising, the authorities are determined to uncover the circumstances of her abandonment. State Police and Nassau County District Attorney Ann Donnelly are spearheading the investigation. They are working diligently to gather evidence and piece together what happened to Roxy before she was found. Unfortunately, no surveillance footage has been secured yet, so this investigation won't be easy. The absence of surveillance footage hasn't deterred the authorities from pursuing justice for Roxy. They are exploring every possible lead and conducting thorough searches in the hopes of finding any clues that could point to the responsible party. The community's support has been instrumental in keeping the momentum of the investigation going, as tips and information continue to pour in. The legal implications for Roxy's owner, whenever they are found and identified, are severe. Depending on the findings of the investigation, the owner could face charges ranging from misdemeanor animal abandonment to felony animal cruelty. These potential charges underscore the seriousness of the crime and reflect society's growing intolerance for the mistreatment of animals. The authorities are committed to ensuring that justice is served and that Roxy's story serves as a deterrent for future cases of animal cruelty. As the investigation progresses, the primary focus remains on securing a happy and stable future for Roxy. The animal shelter is dedicated to finding her a forever home where she'll be cherished and cared for. The shelter staff is optimistic that with the widespread interest in adopting Roxy, it won't be long before she is placed in a loving environment. Roxy's tale shows the power of community and compassion. From the moment Ray Quinones heard her cries to the dedicated efforts of the authorities and the shelter staff, every step has been taken to ensure her well-being. The outpouring of support from across the country highlights the collective desire to see her thrive. As Roxy awaits her new home, the hope is that her story will inspire continued advocacy for animals in need and a commitment to justice for those who suffer from neglect and cruelty.